These little earbuds absolutely, completely blew me away. What's up everybody, this is Scott. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about these little guys right here, the surprisingly awesome Tribit Flybuds C1 earbuds. During this video, I'm gonna cover the fit, the finish, the look, the battery life, the specs, the sound, the price, pretty much you name it, all over the place. That's exactly what I'm gonna be getting into. But first and foremost, the finish, the style, and the look. The C1s are a stem style design that are kind of like the AirPod Pros with a similar length stem to that of the AirPod Pros as well. The stems are basically all black and they have this red mesh style accent color, and with red being my favorite color, it was very, very welcomed. And I happen to be a fan of the stem style, even though the Pixel Buds traditionally have been my favorite. Because for some reason I always get better phone calls as a result of the stem style. So that's just something that's always been a personal favorite of mine. Now on the stem, there's this physical button which is nice and clicky, and personally I absolutely love that it's on the stem. And the reason is because I don't have to like jam my finger down onto the earbud to change the volume or change songs or answer a call. All that's taken care of with a nice physical press on the button itself. Now it should be noted that these can be used independently, meaning you can swap them one ear at a time. That way if you want to have, you know, kind of one in while you're working or doing something like that, you can swap it out and you don't have to worry about ear fatigue or anything like that. Now from the fit perspective, inside the box they include 6 sets of tips for you to find that perfect fit. And I highly, highly recommend you taking the time to get the right fit. The better the fit, the better the sound, and the less ear fatigue that you could have if you don't get the right fit. So make sure you take the time to get those right. Now overall for me, the fit was really, really good, and the earbuds were not too big for my ears, but they weren't too small either where I was worried about them like falling out or being jammed too far into the canals of my ears, which make it really uncomfortable. For the average person's ears, these are gonna fit really, really well. Now from a battery life perspective, I honestly could not believe when I first tried them out, and I'll be honest, right out of the box, I assumed that they were gonna get that standard 4 to 6 hours of battery life, and that was gonna be good enough for me. And I'd charge them with USB-C, and then I would just move on. I was very, very happy to be so wrong. These earbuds get a massive 12 hours of playback time, and even better, with the case plus the 12 hours that you get in the stems themselves, you get a whopping 50 hours of charge time with these earbuds. That is absolutely astonishing, and I could not believe the fact that those are actually true. I intentionally tried to kind of kill these after like 6 hours, where I would put them in, take them out, but not put them in the case, put them in, take them out, not put them in the case, and I couldn't kill them. So that was really, really welcome. On their Amazon store listing, they say that you can get 2 weeks worth of usage without really needing a charge. And that's probably the thing that I love the most about these particular earbuds, is that knowing I'm going to be able to get the tunes that I want pretty much at any given time. The nice thing about the case is for those of us that have all USB-C for charging, I'm looking at you, iPhone. The case does come with USB-C, so you don't have to worry about it being a different kind of cord or anything like that. Now the case is fairly inconspicuous, very, not cheap looking, but kind of cheap looking, and it doesn't come with wireless charging, but again, at the price point, you really can't expect it to have that included. These also come with fast charge, so about a 10-minute charge is gonna get you about 90 minutes of usage. So again, the battery life overall is absolutely incredible on these bad boys. Now from a specs perspective, the C1s come with Bluetooth 5.1, which is a nice balanced quality sound enabled by the aptX from Qualcomm. Thanks to that particular decoder, it allows for 16-bit audio support, which translates to ultra clear CD quality listening experience per their website. It's also worth noting that these support AAC and SBC playback as well with low latency. They say that you can use them for everything, but I've been watching YouTube videos and movies and I didn't experience any lag or anything like that. Honestly, I didn't do any gaming or anything like that, but I wouldn't anticipate them to have a lot of latency at all, if any, or lag or anything like that when you're gaming. Now the C1s introduced something they refer to as powerful noise cancellation with 4-mic CVC 8.0 with noise reduction technology. that they say can reduce up to 90% of the background noise in the streets, airports, or any noisy environments, and enhance the voice pickup. Now moving on to the sound section, I'm going to break this down into two sections. I take a ton of conference calls, so phone calls is the first section, and then actual sound quality considering their earbuds after that. Like I mentioned, I take a ton of those conference calls, so the quality of the calls are super important to me. And with that said, I'm super happy to report that the quality is actually truly really good. With those 4 microphones that I mentioned before, there's plenty of hardware in these bad boys to get some really good sound. Moving on to the music section, my friend Gamesky said it best, and I truly agree with his statement that these particular C1s give the AirPod Pros a run for their money, especially when you consider the price difference. The bass still has a nice thump to it, which is really nice and filling, and it's enough for me that it doesn't overwhelm the mids or the highs either. The mids are nice and clear with good spacing for the vocals, and the highs are nice and crispy, but not to the point where it's too much, even at some of the higher volume. Overall, these surprised me with how well they sounded in comparison to others at their price point. They really do kind of punch above their weight class, so to speak, when it comes to all the sound and all the features that you get for a whopping $55. That's right, these bad boys right now at the time of recording this video on Amazon are $55. That's probably the most shocking part out of all of this. Based on the specs alone, they hit well above their weight class into kind of the AirPod Pro weight class. But the fact that you team up all the features and the fact that they sound really, really good, you have a slam dunk winner on your hands, no question. So at the end of the day, do I recommend them? Absolutely yes. Hands down, yes. I highly, highly recommend them. We're getting into the kind of the holiday season here sometime in the next couple months or so. If you can go out and pick up these bad boys for $55, you have a home run of a gift for like a birthday or even a Christmas present or anything else like that. If you want to check these bad boys out for yourself, a link will be located for the C1s in the description below. So that's it. That's all I have. As always, like, share, subscribe, thumbs up, leave a comment below, and we'll see you next time.